Hello. How's everybody doing? It is nice to see you. How are you doing, my dear Watson? Hello to Elaine. Hello also to Love Shine. Let me just go over here. Welcome to the Saturday. I don't know how long it's going to last, but hey, here we go. Because yesterday we were here, but for a very, very short period of time. And as we were leaving, some of you guys were coming on in. So yeah, here we go. Didn't want to make anybody upset. We are going to start this off with our beautiful Elaine. And then I'm going to go and see Love Shine. So, my dear Love Shine, if you want to post your questions, you can. We're going to start this off with Elaine. And I already have your questions. I'm just going to go and look as we speak. How's your day going today, my loves? How's it going? Let me know. What did you guys do? Was it good? Not good? Was it okay? Did you sleep? Did you lay around? Did you go and do something? Was it nice? I don't know. Yeah, you can, Big Cleo. Hi, sweetie pie. Nice to see you. Yeah. All right, my beautiful Big Cleo. You're going to be right after Love Shine, sweetie pie. You found something. What did you find? What did you find? I want to know. What did you find? Now I'm interested. Whoever's sending the hearts out, I'm going to send some out too. Because I like them. Okay, well, here we go. Oh, read your email. Okay, well, I'm talking with you. Hold on, I'll go read your email. I'll go see what you found. Hold on. Okay. Okay, you're talking about finding a niche. Okay. You try the medium on traditional. It didn't work, maybe. Okay. Can it revolutionize AI? Okay, well, hey, let's go see. Let's go see what Spirit has to say. We're going to start this off, my beautiful Elaine. Love Shine. You're next, then. Big Cleo. Here we go. All right. We're going to start this off about the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles into your dream before we move on to the niche, because those are the last questions. Actually, seeing the Two of Pentacles, even if it was something that you saw very, very vaguely, often points to some type of, I'm going to say balance, some type of juggling, maybe even adapting to different type of changes. So kind of feel like Spirit is showing that you are in the middle of trying to kind of merge two different worlds, if you will. So there's like your creative vision and there's practical steps to bring that vision actually to life. So it's actually hinting that you're weighing different type of options or kind of experimenting perhaps before fully committing. So I feel like the message over here is trust the process, but trust the process of testing, of exploring, because the balance that you're seeking, it's going to come to you, sweetie pie, but it's going to come to you as you continue to refine what you're working on. So the project that you're on to. Now, why? Why? Feelings and what is she up to? Why feelings and what is she up to? I feel like there's a sense of nostalgia towards you. I feel like she holds memories. I feel like she holds beautiful emotions, though I kind of feel like they seem softer now rather than something that is more intense. Recently, I kind of see her a little bit more focused onto herself, onto her own growth, possibly busy with different type of personal things altogether. I feel like she's, and I know that you're working through different type of creative projects, and I know that often you both kind of mirror that a little bit. This is a little bit what I'm seeing. I feel as though there's like creative projects that she could be working on at the very same time. So there's still a part of her heart that, you know, thinks about you and remembers you quite warmly. But I feel like she's actively moving towards herself, towards growth within herself. So I'll basically say she is centered upon herself, working on moving on forward, but also working onto her creative endeavors. A general for this week and next. Whoa, geez Louise, what did I do? All right. All right, what's going to be happening? Okay. I'm going to say somewhat of a little bit of a creative, all right? I feel like there's a creative breakthrough that's coming on through for you. But again, it's nothing that is huge. It is small little things that are kind of combining each other. So I'm going to say small but very meaningful progress that is coming your way. So every little progress that you are going to be doing into the following week will actually be quite important. So I'm going to say this week looks like it is something that is very much introspective, brainstorming, sketching, refining different type of ideas. I feel like next week is going to bring you more towards action. Sharing your ideas, maybe testing different tools, or maybe getting different type of feedback. So you're going to feel different type of moments where you are going to doubt yourself into the following week or so, but Spirit is telling you do not let it stop your momentum, because your vision is unique and that is worth building. And we have seen that since the very beginning, that you do have your own personal touch that is a very, very important, and we need to continue to work upon that. Now about your art and your niche idea, and I'm going to come into the chat before I answer that, make sure everything is okay. All right, thank you, my beautiful big Cleo sweetie pie. I'll leave you a timestamp if ever you need one, okay? Love Shine is next, then it's going to be you, sweetie. Yeah. Don't read our loud. Don't read our loud. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. So, about question number 4. Okay, about the ideas. About the ideas. I'm gonna try to be as incognito as I can. I feel like your concept sounds like it is actually really, really quite fresh and really quite, I'm going to say fantastic. I feel like the digital is going to be better than, I'm trying to put it in the best ways, better than, is going to be a better fit than something that is more traditional. I feel like it's going to allow you into a certain way to have more freedom to be able to combine different type of elements together. So may it be geometry, different type of like geometrics is what I'm seeing. Maybe different type of colors or texts or glitch or movement. Like these are all words that I'm seeing. You'll know what to do with them. I'm getting layers. So think about layered visuals. Think about slight animations, because this can really create altogether something that could be really, really quite edgy, something that could be really quite modern. At the same time, I feel like it's more emotionally expressive. Yeah, so definitely I'm going to say you are onto something that is standing out. And hopefully you understood from the keywords. Question number 5, you know what it is. Can it actually do that? It can help, all right? The idea that you have can definitely help bridge the gap. By adding your own personal drawn like fonts and textures and glitches and your rawness, and you kind of inject a certain imperfection, if you will, an emotion that the other, you know what the other is, all right, is never going to be able to duplicate or replicate, if you will. So your vision is very quite forward thinking. It really is about more creating human first than anything else, even if it is something that is somewhat a little bit layered. And where the big difference is you are the creator and the other is simply a tool. And that's where you make your really, really big difference altogether. So Spirit is showing to me that this could open new doors for you, and it could inspire others to actually kind of follow you on through and do the same thing. So I'm going to say, keep on thinking about it, keep on analyzing it, keep on seeing where this, how you can bring this up, how you can utilize it with the different tools that you have. Because the intention in itself is quite nice, and it is quite powerful. Yeah. Perfect. Hi, Joy. How are you doing, sweetie pie? You shall definitely have your timestamp. Nice to see you guys onto this Saturday evening surprise live. I'm gonna come and see Love Shine. Hey, Love Shine, sweetie. Have you posted your questions, my love? So, Elaine, I'm gonna say good for you, sweetie. You're brainstorming, my love. They are both leveling on up. They are. Thank you, my beautiful big Cleo. I appreciate it, sweetie pie. Yeah, no, they're both leveling on up, my my dear Elaine. Both of them. My pleasure, sweetie. Love Shine. I Love Shine. You're going to need a timestamp. So let me just go see if you have posted. But I don't see little pointy fingers all over the place. So I'm going to say you have not. So whenever you're ready, post away. And there you go. You have posted. Let's go and see what's happening, Joy. Oh no, Joy. All right, we're going to see that, sweetie. We're going to see that, my love. Big Cleo, you said you had a very nice with a long-time trusted charity. No way. Seriously, my beautiful love? I'm sorry, sweetie. I won't ask who it is. Some I know, some I don't. It's none of my business, but I will say I'm sorry, my love. Maybe you can try to kind of contact them to, I don't know, get some type of clarity. I don't know. Maybe it's not an excuse, but maybe she was having a real bad day. I don't know. I don't know who it is. I don't know what she's done. It's not an excuse, but I am sorry, Big Cleo. Oh, he's not feeling good and he's watching TV. Well, alrighty. Okay, well, hey, let's go over here at 13 minutes for our beautiful Love Shine. Big Cleo, you're going to be next, sweetie, okay? But everything is going good. Perfect. M, sun up until sleep with wife and Amy. How's it going to go tomorrow with M? His thoughts on Amy and the tarot. Okie dokie. Let's go and see. All right. Okay, well, there's no grand surprise over here. With the wife, it is with the wife. We do have over here some negativity that is coming on through with our sun in reverse, sweetie pie. We do have a lot of feeling overwhelmed, but I feel like the general energy that is always a little bit kind of going around them as a couple is one of complications. We try to keep it as less complicated as we possibly can, but it always kind of seems to go into a place where our energy feels like it's a little bit overwhelmed. It's a little bit like if you're in your own bubble and somebody always tries to come into your bubble. It's your own personal space. It's a little bit what I'm getting within the energy. So I don't feel like there's, a big outbreak and they're very upset and there's a tower, nothing of the such. I just feel like it's little annoyances here and there. So basically I'll say he's a little bit annoyed. Sometimes she's a little bit annoyed by him too. It goes both ways. But basically I'll say they're okay. Well, hello, my beautiful Julie. Hello, lovely. Yeah, well, yesterday we were here it was too short yesterday. We kind of came in at our usual time, but I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it happens onto the Fridays, so let's move on forward with it and let's go see what we've got. I knew, right, Watson? But I did say hi. I did say hi to Julie and Tarot reading earlier because you told me to do so. I followed instructions. All right, my beautiful Julie, sweetie. I will see you soon. So how's he feeling with you? How is he feeling with you? All right, well, my love, he's into a place where he's wanting different type of, I'm not going to say changes. He feels really quite comfortable when he is with you. I feel as though he basically does open on up with what he has to say. I don't see that he is hiding anything from you. You know, sometimes he could be not saying things or not saying things clearly. I feel like what he is wanting to mention, he is clearly opening on up towards you, and he's all right with that. Can you actually expect anything kind of changing or any big things? Not really, my love. There's not really anything that is happening that would be of a difference. So I'm going to say into the energy how he feels towards you today. I'm going to say it's a boring answer, but it is what it is, and it's not a bad answer in itself. It is positive to say comfortable. He feels comfortable. He feels accepted. He doesn't feel like he's rushed in anything. He just feels like things are okay and things are good. That's it. So along with it does go with the love, because you do know that he does love you. But we are speaking over here about how he is feeling, and that's pretty much what I'm gathering at this moment. Yeah. Why the 10? Why the 10 of Cups? 10 of Cups. I didn't pull out no 10 of Cups. I had the 4 of Pentacles. I had the Moon. I had the Knight of Cups. I didn't have any 10 of Cups, sweetie pie. I didn't have no 10 of Cups for the wife neither, sweetie. No. So that being said, let's continue on and let's go over here. How's tomorrow going to go with M? All right, you are getting some movement tomorrow, so I'm going to say that things are going to go well, but nothing outrageous. I don't know what you guys are doing tomorrow. We do have our Knight of Pentacles, so you are going to be seeing him. You are going to be moving on forward, but I feel like you guys are talking. I don't feel like anybody is really all that much left out into the cold. I don't see any new ideas, nothing of the such. So I'm basically going to say for you, I feel like the energy that is passing on through is one of, we're meeting on up, we're going to have a good time, and that's what it is. But there's nothing big. Like, there's no big revelations. There's no fights. There's no upsets. He's not going to be, you know, too much onto his phone or not quite there or caught up into another world. He's basically going to be there with you. Is it going to be a very long type of meeting? I don't necessarily believe so. I'll say maybe somewhere between 2 to 3 hours, perhaps. And that's pretty much what I can see. So I'm going to say that things are going to go fairly well tomorrow. His thoughts on you. And then Tarot. His thoughts on you. Big Cleo, you're going to be on up next. We will leave you a timestamp just in case, my love. All right. King of Cups, our Ace of Pentacles also getting over here, our Hierophant coming on through, 5 of Pentacles. All right, sweetie. He has a lot of love towards you. We are speaking over here about the King of Cups altogether. So, just 1 second. So when you are talking over here about the King of Cups, we are talking about the emotional place of being very stable, being with a lot of love. It's somebody, so he has a lot of deep love for you. He has steady love that is towards you also. I feel as though he wants to keep the waters somewhat cool, somewhat not too disturbed. So he wants to keep them nice and calm. I feel as though he also wants you to know that, you know, whatever storms, whatever it is that may come your way at some point in time, the King of Cups will never, ever, ever change his mind. He will love, and he will love, you know, forever, my sweet love. So I'm going to say towards you, his love is really quite unwavering. Now, even if you don't see any, you know, big changes or big modifications, it's has nothing to do about the way that he feels. He truly does love you from the bottom of his heart, my sweet love. So I'm going to say his feelings towards you that he is not saying probably into his life other than his children. You're probably the one that he loves the most. And what does he want to say tarot-wise to you? And then we're going to be with Big Cleo and Joy. All right. We do have our Ten of Wands. We do have our Ace of Pentacles. Messages coming on through is that even though he does have a lot of, even when he has a lot of burdens, he has a lot of things that he has to do, and he is very much occupied and busy. Have no fears. He will always have a place for you. He will always try to let you know and give you the clarity that whatever is going on into his life over here, may it be family, may it be work, it doesn't matter what it is, he is always going to be there for you, lend you a beautiful offer, give you beautiful love, listen to you, and give you the clarity that you need. So if ever, you know, sometimes I know you don't necessarily want to stir up the pot of waters and the whole cauldron because you're kind of afraid of what he's going to say. Well, he's pretty much saying over here that if ever there is anything, yes, you do have to be careful into the way that you're going to say it, that you're going to approach it, but he is always willing and open to tell you or to explain to you whatever it is that might be bothering you in any kind of a way. So sometimes just ask him. And even if it is not bothering you, even if you just want to hear, oh, do you love me? Ask him. He'll tell you. Big Cleo. It is a good read, my sweet love. Definitely, my lovely. It is my pleasure, sweetie pie. Stick around with us, and if not, I do want to wish you a lovely evening. Big Cleo, I got you. I'm still going to leave you a timestamp if ever you do want to come on back. And I don't know, you want to listen to it, then, you know, you'll be able to. So Joy is going to be on up right after, all right? You hope the energy is good here. I don't know how the energy was at the other place, but I don't know. Let's go see. And then again, the energy changes all the time. So here we go. P and you never met before. No. Okay, let's go see. Yeah. Okay, sweetie pie. Let's go see. Sometimes within destiny, though, yeah. Sometimes within destiny, my love, sometimes you have to push things within destiny, though. I'm just saying. Yeah. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you, sweetie. Okay. Okay. So yeah, sometimes even though there is destiny, you do kind of have to push things on forward is what I'm going to say. Now, we're going to go here. No, we're going to go with this one. Alrighty. How are you doing, my beautiful Diane? Nice to see you, my love. And hello to Sean, too. Sean must not be too far off. Okay, so we are currently on Big Cleo, and Joy is following on up next. All right, so we do have our Knight of Cups. We do have our Ten of Swords. We do also have up here movement forward. The Defeat, which is into the reverse because we do want to. This person doesn't have any ideas whatsoever about actually walking away in any kind of short form, in any kind of way. What I will say is they're not necessarily ready to open on up with their feelings. They're not quite ready to do that movement yet. But that does not mean in any kind of way that they do not want to. They don't seem to be going anywhere into the ultimate final decision down here. They're not transitioning towards, let's say, somebody else or closing up a chapter or anything else. The cards actually speak a lot about some emotional blockages that are within, and really having a certain need of victory, not wanting to hide anything, not wanting to be sneaky about anything, but really moving on into a victorious kind of a way. But at the same time, protecting one's energy. So perhaps protecting one's, it's an influencer. It could be the people that are around. It could be this person's channel. Like all those things come into play. So about peace feelings, I feel as though there is a gentle, but there is a beautiful, genuine, romantic feeling that is there that seems to be like growing into his heart. So even if he hasn't openly confessed anything yet, there is that emotional curiosity that is there. Along with the emotional curiosity, there seems to be some type of beautiful affection. It is a nice, soft affection that is there. It's nothing that is enormously prominent or, wow. It's a beautiful buildup, if you will. So I feel like this person feels like they're kind of drawn to your energy. They're drawn to your presence. And it's not something that is of a surface level kind of attraction. It has nothing to do with the physicality of it. This feels like it is something that is more nurturing, something that we're hoping for more, and something at the same time that we want to start kind of testing the waters before actually making a move. So you could see different type. It could be a DM coming on in. There's something that's going to be coming on in who's going to slowly kind of show how this person feels, but just kind of testing the water. They're not going to jump on in right away. So I'm going to say the hesitation that we do have at this moment is not a hesitation from lack of interest. It's more wanting to feel more sure before actually opening on up fully. And I feel like we can all relate to that in many different kind of ways, because we all do have those type of feelings at some point in time where you don't necessarily, you want to blurt out, but you don't want to blurt out at the same time how you feel because of judgment, because of fear and everything of the such. But that's a little bit what I'm seeing within that. I'm going to go and see about Facebook. Thank you for the coffee, sweetie. Yes, that's it. That's it. I think it's okay too, sweetie. I think it is too. I'm always very careful moving on forward. Like, I don't jump into things. I don't. I want to jump into things. I'm a fiery, crazy Aries, but I don't. I kind of like to tip my toe into the water, and then if that toe goes well, I'll tip the other one in. So, yeah. All right, let me continue. Hi, High Priestess. Nice to see you, sweetie. We came on in today. Yesterday, I had already clicked onto the button close when I saw that you popped on through, sweetie. So I'm glad that you came on back, High Priestess. High Priestess, I do have 2 other donations before yours, my love. So if you want a timestamp, not a problem. If your question's already in PayPal, that's perfect. If it's not in PayPal and you do want to have a timestamp, then you can leave it here too. That's up to you. Okay, look, King of Cups. King of Cups. Yes, again, look, this is not a card of here we're defeated, we're walking away, we're going elsewhere. In reverse, it's like we want to resign to our emotions. We want to resign to our emotions, and we do not want to stay hidden within our thoughts and our... This is somebody who doesn't talk, somebody who stays stuck into their emotions, somebody who could be non-contact, everything of the such. This is the opposite, wanting to actually do something of the such. So wanting to open on up with our feelings to make modifications about the situation that is here. That being said, to answer your question, when you're saying, is this person looking and what? Yes, they are still looking. They are still watching. I'm going to say it is a yes. I feel as though P himself has been looking at your page. I'm going to say occasionally somebody from around him might also kind of check. I don't know if it's a friend, but I see somebody else around. It seems to be a male friend who kind of checks a little bit every once in a while. It's almost like if he checks what somebody else does too. I'm going to say a little bit of paranoia within the whole deal. So yeah, I'm going to say over here, there is a genuine personal curiosity. There is an interest coming from him directly. There is no doubt. I feel like he does want to get a little bit closer. I feel like he wants to quietly observe a little bit your world, your updates, what you're doing. And then when his energy feels like it's more involved, then he's going to become a little bit less distant. Well, that reader kept insisting it is his team when I know your intuition tells you it is P himself. Yes. He has been looking at your page continuously, like every day he does. The only question over here is that every day he does go, but sometimes he goes like 2 to 3 times into a day. But he at least goes at least once a day. At least once a day. And usually I'm going to say it's around your 7 p.m. Yes. Absolutely, my love. This has nothing to do with the team, anything of the such. Absolutely not. It is a yes, my love. Does he know? Oh yeah, I know. I'm coming to you. I'm getting to it at this moment. I'm going to read it. Oh, just now. Well, you can post your third question, but I do see another one here that I did not answer yet. So does he know that you're into his home city now? How's he feeling? What are his intentions? Okay, let's go and see. If there's any other questions than the other one that I am going to answer at this moment, then you can post it, all right? Okay. And voila. Okay, wait. I'm just gonna put my sweater away because it's annoying me. Alrighty. So, does he know that you're into his home city? What are his feelings and intentions? And will you guys eventually be a couple? How are we going to be moving in with that? All right, our Knight of Cups is definitely moving on through. So the card is going to suggest that it is a yes. All right, so does he actually know that you are into his own city? I will say yes. Not only a yes, but I'm also going to say I can't show the card because there's body parts onto it. He does know. All right. Some of these cards are more explicit than others. So I will say a yes. I'm going to say energetically, I do believe that he does. I feel like he's become aware that you're like around, like not too far, if you will. It kind of feels like he noticed a sign or he heard something that just kind of made him realize it. So I'm going to say yes, there's no doubt, but I feel like some days, he feels your presence closer and more real to him. Maybe your energy is stronger into those days, but there are some days where he feels you almost like if you're right next to him, and other times where you seem a little bit more distant. But basically speaking, does he know that you're into his home city? I will say yes. His feelings and intentions. Page of Cups, beautiful curiosity. Ace of Cups coming on through too. I mean, honestly. And our Ten of Swords reverse. I like the fact that it is in reverse. It is perfect. Intentions over here. I feel like he's intrigued. I feel like he's excited, but I'm going to say like shyly kind of excited into a way. I feel like there's a tender hopefulness that is kind of mixed on in with his caution. I feel like he's trying to figure out what step is going to be the next. So his intention has nothing to do with something that would be casual, and we can see it quite clearly over here with our beautiful cups. This is about him really just trying to figure out what's going to be the next step. So this is something that feels like it is deeply emotional, and it's almost like if he's quietly hoping to see how faith is actually going to bring you guys closer and not necessarily wanting to force it. So are you guys going to be a couple or not? I'm going to say there is a very strong possibility that you guys will become a couple. I will not 100% guarantee it because we need the energy to collectively, if you will, mix, well, not mix, but we need the energy to flow a little bit more within it all. Two of Cups coming on through along with our beautiful High Priestess. So my love, I will say, I feel like it is a yes. I feel like there is potential for both of you to bond quite deeply. I feel like it will be gradual. I feel like it will be some type of organic type of an interaction. So it's going to be slow. It's not going to be insistent. It's going to be little moments, and those little moments seem to be creating different type of trust and different layers. So within time, I feel like that energy is nice. I feel like it's sweet. I feel like you guys are kind of nurturing it. And I feel like you do have a really good chance of actually becoming a couple over time. But again, that I'm going to put a little bit in parenthesis because we do still need a little bit more time for the energy and the movement to actually happen. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that is the one. All right, Big Cleo. All right, my beautiful love, Big Cleo. Sending you much love, sweetie pie. Have yourself the loveliest of evenings. And again, I'm sorry for the experience that you had yesterday, sweetie pie. Sending much love your way, beautiful Big Cleo. Let's go see our beautiful Joy. Joy, are you around, sweetie? I'm going to put you a timestamp at 37 minutes and see what you're up to. I'm going to go see for High Priestess also. I'm just going to log myself on in. Give me one moment. And here we go. We do also have our beautiful Mimi. All right. So I'm going to add Mimi onto the list. So Joy, High Priestess, and Mimi. And Juanson, we're closing in 20 minutes because we were just supposed to be here for a short live. So, yeah. So let's go see Joy. Are you here, sweetie pie? All right. High Priestess. Yeah, you're next, sweetie. You're next. So don't go too far, my love. Will you see Joey tomorrow evening, and how's it going to go when you get together? And now you say that Joey is no longer the ex-girlfriend, quit, so on, so on, so on. And now there's a switch. And now you're wondering what's going on with that, right? Hi, Julie. You pop in just at the perfect time. All right. So let's go and figure this out. You need to go watch TV with your mom? All right. Go watch TV with your mom. She's cute. You guys can eat your... Yes, we'll definitely leave you a timestamp, sweetie. And yeah, you can eat that cotton candy that you got today because it's huge. You'll be eating it for weeks. Definitely you'll have a timestamp, sweetie pie. I know. Like, that thing is so big. Julie, the one that I was talking about, like at like $15 that comes from a machine and not from a person. I don't know. It's like the size of maybe like a little soccer ball. Has nothing to do with you guys. No way. I think yours was worth it. All right, Joy. We're definitely wondering over here. We're definitely wondering. I do have our Three of Wands, but I do also have our Death. So there are some changes. There are some modifications. Now, I think we looked at it yesterday and we had already seen some modifications that kind of came on through. So what I will say is this. I has nothing really to do, like the ex-girlfriend, she's an element that is there, but she's not the one who's into the way of this relationship in any kind of way. The ex-girlfriend is the ex-girlfriend. She's a little bit of a pain in the you-know-what, and if she was not necessarily around, it would be better, but she's not necessarily a big problem. However, I do feel like the energy over here is one of having to decide what it is that we have to do and how it is that we should move on forward. I have a want on one hand to move on forward, to go onto the date and see you, and on the other hand, I have like a change of plans. So I do have modifications. So I'm actually going to say, are you going to see Joey tomorrow evening? I feel like it is going to be a no. And I will say a solid no for this one. I do not see any, as much as we do have a want and we do have a desire. And I feel like it's important to say it because sometimes you want to go see somebody, but something happens and there's different things that happen and then you just simply cannot go. But it's not because I don't want to go and I want to end things. And I do want to make that clear. So this is not the question of, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to see you. We're just going to end this. No. This is, I'm not going to be able to make it because I have other things that, well, he has chosen that he was going to go and do. Is it necessarily a priority? No. I'm not going to say anybody's into the hospital. I'm not going to say that this is the top priority into his life. But this is what he has chosen to do. So I will say tomorrow will be canceled, not because he doesn't want to see you, but there's something else that he seems to be wanting to do more for tomorrow, thinking to himself that you guys are going to be able to see each other at another moment in time. So, hello, Sean. How are you doing, sweetie? And my love, he is still not interested into a friendship kind of a relationship. He is still interested into a loving relationship, into a physical relationship. He's not wanting to hide. He's not wanting to play games. So I'm going to say, are you going to see him tomorrow? I will say no. How is it going to be when you guys get together? I will go and look, but it's not going to be tomorrow. All right? But I will go and answer that for the following meeting that you will have, my love. And I'm sorry for tomorrow. I know that is very disappointing. All right, so whenever you guys do see each other, all right, he is going to make it clear to you that there is nobody else that is around. He is also going to make it clear that you're his only option. And he is actually going to make you an offer. So you're not going to have to wonder, oh, do I have to run after him for a date? He's actually going to come on through with a date for you. So you can expect movement forward with a date coming from him for you, because this one over here, I don't believe, unless the energy changes again, I don't believe that it's going to pass on through. So whenever you guys do see each other, I feel like there will be clarity. I feel like things will go into a nice, more stable kind of way, and it should allow you to have an easier passage. You're like a little bit into a really rough period at this moment where there's a lot of questions and a lot of unknown, but I feel like that is going to be soon behind you, or behind both of you guys. Yeah, you don't have to send me a chicken and alcoholic. You don't have to send me an alcohol drink, sweetie. I don't drink that much, Sean. But thank you, sweetie. We are going to go and see our beautiful High Priestess. High Priestess, please let us know if you are here. And then I'm going to go and see Mimi and MZ. So, High Priestess, hold on, my love. Oh, good for you. I've been looking up for information to go on a trip too, but it just says rain all the way through, so I don't want to. I just kind of feel like that's not fun. I can have rain here. Okay. So here we go. Let me just read correctly all your questions. All right. So you've been looking up information about taking a trip to either Dallas or Miami. You've been to Miami before, but you also want to see how you like Dallas. How's it going to go with either destinations? Okay, and then some general messages. Perfect. Let's go see. I would also check the weather for both places. Very important for me, the weather. Okay, so if we go and we look, okay, so here we go. We're going to go like this. We're going to go over there. And we're going to turn that one upside down. And we're going to go with this one. All right. As for Dallas altogether, we're going to start this off with Dallas. All right. Well, they're both very nice and very interesting altogether. Okay, Dallas. Dallas shows an energy that is more fresh. It shows an energy that might be a little bit more adventurous. I feel like Dallas could actually bring new connections, maybe even some type of unexpected inspiration into a certain way. It could give you a chance to see a side of yourself that's maybe a little bit more outgoing and open to different type of adventures, new things, new places. I'm going to say it's going to be more meaningful. If you go to Dallas, I feel like it will be more meaningful. It's not as exciting like party life for Miami, but it will be meaningful. I feel like if you do go to Dallas, you are going to discover something new about yourself, but you're also going to discover new things over there, possible new connections. And I just feel like it's a nice, adventurous, fresh kind of an energy. So if you go to Dallas, I don't have anything bad happening towards you. I actually seeing you quite happy over there. If we move on forward to Miami, Miami is more sparkly. It is what it is. It's more vibrant. It's more social. It's more energizing into the certain energy. I feel like you would feel confident. You would feel possibly a little bit like you're reconnecting with an old vibe of yours. That's fun. And that's a little bit carefree. So it's a little bit like of a throwback, if you will. Hold on. I think I'm going to sneeze. Maybe not. I don't know. But there's like a slight warning to not overdo it if you go to Miami. That would be my warning. I don't have any for Dallas, all right? But if you go to Miami, don't overdo it. And don't get drained by the energy or the pace of what you're doing while you're there. So altogether, Dallas, fresh, more growth-oriented, more adventurous a little bit. Miami is more familiar, more fun, but I want you to be careful not to necessarily overdo it. Both are going to be good, maybe one or maybe the other. Quite frankly, Dallas is going to be a new chapter. If you go more towards Miami, it's like revisiting, a past. It's like revisiting a favorite part of yourself from the past. So entirely up to you to decide which one is best for you, but neither one is bad. They've got two different kind of vibes. And it really kind of comes on down to, do you want novelty or do you want to go back to a place where you know that you feel completely secure and you're going to have a good time? You're going to have a good time in Dallas too. It's just going to be different. But either way, they'll both be good. But I did have a warning towards Miami and I did not have any towards Dallas. If that can help you choose. Let's go see into your general message. Texas has been flooding lately, yes, but Miami also has been having flooding. And in August, September, it's hurricane season. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a dangerous time to go into. I know. I have to be careful with that. You don't want to get stuck. You don't want to get stuck into that. If you go to Miami, you're just going to go to the beach and eat. Their beaches are really good. Well, go to the beach then. Go to the beach, my love. Go and eat. Relax. Sleep. Read a book. Get some sun. Because my only warning about over there is don't overdo it. But, I mean, if you're going to stay onto the beach and relax your beautiful soul, then you're not going to be overdoing it anyway. So just make sure you don't, I guess, overeat and you put sunscreen. You'll be good. As for your general messages altogether, I do feel over here that you're still searching for some clarity. Like... You're searching for some clarity that does not necessarily seem to be coming your way at this moment in time. I do see you being very, very strong. I do see you being very proactive. We can see it with our Queen of Wands. We can see it over here with our Princess of Wands. I feel like you're not backing down from anything, but at the same time, I feel like nothing new is necessarily coming your way. So you're still... Maybe you're not even searching all that much. Maybe you're searching a little bit less than what you were searching, but there's not an actual movement that is happening at this moment. So I'm going to say towards you, bring yourself, fill your cup up with love, sweetie. Fill your cup up and get yourself just ready for, I'm going to say, end of summer, new vibes, new energy, new jobs, new everything. I feel like you're entering into a phase of renewal, but into that phase of renewal, you have to feed yourself, right? So it's about shedding out those old doubts, about stepping into things that are more boldly into your power. And I know that you are doing it, but I feel like, I feel like you're going to be doing it in like 2-3 weeks, like into a month from now. That being said, you can see different type of little synchronicities, different repeating numbers, random messages. There are little spirit nudges that are confirming that you're onto the right track. If ever you do receive any, or you see, oh my God, I'm always seeing, I don't know, 333 or 222 or whatever, and you're wondering what it is, and you don't want to Google it, well, send me an email. I'll let you know. Or I don't know, you keep seeing butterflies, or there's something that you keep seeing, or there's a scent that you smell. Sometimes messages that come from spirits are actually, they're like scents and they're odors and there's different things. So anyways, let me know, because into the following weeks, you probably are going to be receiving some of those in different type of shapes and forms. That being said, for you creatively, I feel like it is a really, really good time, but I feel like it's time for you to try something different. So I know that you have your own creative business. I know that you are doing something with that. Try to bring something new within it into the following weeks. It's very small, not a huge change, a very small thing. And I feel like it could be good for you. That very small thing, which I do not know what it is, could unlock new doors for you into that branch, into that career, if you will. So definitely look into that, my love. And I will give you also a spirit message. So finances, I'm going to say stability. Still looking for the right. Love, I'm going to say a certain stability also. This is more about you working onto yourself. It's about messages that are coming your way, but it's about you changing and evolving at the same time. Message from Spirit: trust into the quiet whispers of your heart. They come from your higher self and they are guiding you home. Release what is no longer aligning for you. Your spirit is ready to rise lighter and brighter. New doors are opening, and walk through them with faith, grace, and an open heart. And don't forget, a small modification needs to be done onto your own creative business. Whatever it is, there's a little something there, okay, sweetie? Let me know, my beautiful high priestess, if there's anything else I can do for you. Okay, my love? Love you too, my dear Sean, sweetie. And what are you saying over here, Sean? No, there's nothing you can do for me. You're a sweetie pie, Sean. Thank you, my love. You're thinking of moving to Alaska. All right, why not? You're exhausted. Well, if you're exhausted, time to move, my dear Sean. Time to move. When you're exhausted, you need something new. Bring novelty towards you. High Priestess, if you have any other questions, please let me know and just post it. Otherwise, let me know. Any numbers, smells, scents, anything, send me an email. I'll write back to you. Wishing you a lovely evening, sweetie, and a fantastic weekend. We are going to go and see Mimi. We're going to put Mimi at 54 minutes. And then we're going to go and see MZ. And unless something happens into the following 4 minutes, then we should pretty much be over for tonight. And we'll see each other back on Monday at our usual time, usual place. All right, so I do have just 1 second. I have you here. I do have Love Shine again. Why? I don't know, because you seemed quite good, Sweetie Pie. What happened? Love Shine, if you're somewhere around, you can post your questions. All right, just let us know. So I'm going to go to the email. How are you doing, my beautiful Mimi? It is lovely to see you, Sweetie Pie. What do we have? I know. You're missing him less day by day. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. It's a slow process, and it's a torturing one, but yeah. Okay. So, let's go and see. And once in a while, we'll try to send this out to you at a very timely kind of a matter. Yeah. Okay. So Mimi it is. And then MZ. All right. You're very, very open. You're very, very honest, my beautiful Mimi. Let's go see. So I know that you're missing him less and less day by day, and that's good. You say, does he want to move on already? Well, no. The ultimate answer is if he could keep you forever, he would. But do you want to stay where you're at forever? No. You don't want to be an option forever. You want to be number one. He's not ready, and he's not able to give you that number one. So, I feel as though sometimes he tries to move on. Deep down, he hasn't truly let you go. There's still that soft, nostalgic energy from his side. It's always been there. It's still there. It hasn't even necessarily diminished. So it's not that he doesn't want you anymore. It's more that he's trying to kind of quiet his feelings, even if they never really kind of fully disappear. Sometimes you can kind of try to crunch them, make them go away. All right. Yeah. And what I can see over here, you say, compared to the wife, will he find another person after her? Oh, that's very, very far off, because that's already at least 5 years off from now. And will anybody love him the way or like you do? Probably not. You do love him with a very pure and a very unconditional heart, which I'm going to say truly is rare. So even after all of this, will end at some point in time. Even after all this actually does end, I do not believe that he will find somebody who truly loves him the way that you have and the way that you are. Will he actually find somebody else at some point in time? He possibly will, but it will probably take him a good year or two before actually moving on forward to go and see somebody else. Now, what are the current thoughts and feelings for you yesterday and today? And don't be surprised, we're going to be with maybe a little bit longer because she did send in a second donation. So I'm not looking into chat at this moment. I'm into the email. So if anybody is saying anything and I'm not answering, please forgive me, loves. Now, I feel as though into the current thoughts, I feel like the energy that is there is that, yes, he is thinking about you, but he does kind of try to block you out sometimes to avoid stirring up different type of emotions. He feels conflicted, but part of him misses the sweetness that you shared. Part of him kind of feels trapped by the current circumstances. So, well, what's coming next? I'm going to say the candle hasn't fully actually gone out yet. There's still that karmic tie that is there. There's a possible sudden shift that could happen at some point in time, but the timing is very, very slow. And the timing can, or the energy can change also. So, Yeah, you say last time longest no contact was 5 months. So if till October, yeah, it's going to be 7 months. Is it because his wife is no, I don't believe so. I do not believe that his wife is pregnant at this moment. But I do have to say, which is somewhat of new energy because I haven't seen it before, I do feel as though the wife is trying to get pregnant, but is not pregnant at this moment. So I'm going to say returning to the company for the moment. I don't feel like he has a problem returning with the company. I feel like the company is not sure of wanting to actually take him on in or take him on in at the same place with the same type of conditions. There's something happening with that. So again, I'm going to say, is anybody going to love him like you do? I mean, no, probably not, because you have a lot of layers of love, of depth, of forgiveness, and patience. And well, that was your gift, and that's your gift to him. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let me go and see this. Your last question over here. Oh, how are my flowers? You're such a sweetie pie. Do I have more? No, I don't, my beautiful love. I purchase flowers usually like once into my summertime, and they bloom all through until like September, end of September. Yeah. So that's that. And after that, it's cold over here. So if I ever purchase any flowers, it's for inside the house, but they'll bloom like maybe once or twice into the whole year. So yeah, no, but they are quite gorgeous. And my apple tree, I do have I have a big apple tree, but they're tiny little sour apples, and all their little flowers fell on down, but now it is big and huge and green. It's absolutely quite gorgeous. But I'm starting to have a bunch of little apples, so the birds like them. We don't eat them, they're too sour, but the birds like them. You'll have to show me some of yours, my love. Thank you, my beautiful love Shine, for posting. I'll be with you quite shortly, sweetie. Ah, you're a sweetie pie, Sean. You're a sweetie pie. If you only knew. I honestly do not watch a lot of TV. I honestly do not at all, at all, at all. I don't know. I often fall asleep in front of the TV, and I have too many things to do to watch TV. So, yeah, I think that's basically what it is. I got you, my beautiful. I got you, my beautiful Mimi. Let me just go and see over here. And voila. Let me just read. I'm gonna go and make sure everything is good also here. So since Julie is watching TV and Love Shine is here, I'll put Love Shine next. I'll go see Julie after. So just one moment. I'm gonna make sure that nothing has changed into... No, okay. So, did he stalk onto your profile recently? Okay, let's go see. So question number 1, did he stalk your profile recently, and did he suspect that you blocked him from watching it? What does he think? Okie all right. I'm actually gonna have to say onto this one, my love, I do actually feel as though something is happening. So yes, I feel like he is checking or kind of peeking, if you will. I do feel like he did notice something that felt a little bit different, like he can't quite see everything anymore. So I'm gonna say it did make him wonder if you did block him or just kind of some type of closed off energy in some kind of a way. So I honestly feel like he feels regretful and he kind of feels like he's a little bit left out, but actually kind of tries to hide it. Is he still chit-chatting with other ladies other than... I will say yes. Casual, kind of friendly, light flirting, I'm going to say. He likes to feel like he's admired, but I don't feel like there's anything that is serious. So I feel like his heart kind of pulls back to you into those quiet moments. But to answer your question, is he still chit-chatting and is he still flirting with other people? I will say yes. Not as much as he used to, though. What is coming next at work, good and bad? Okay. I'm going to say good. Recognition or some type of praise that's going to be coming your way. Something you did is going to feel like it is seen. And it could actually lead you to somewhat of a small bonus or a compliment from somebody who's a little bit higher on up. What is not as good, I feel like you could face small little conflicts. They could be due from jealousy, co-workers putting or pushing extra tasks onto you. So I'm going to say keep calm because you're still going to be there and you're still going to be standing quite strong. Now, how do your teammates think and feel about you? Honestly, you're seen as somebody who is actually quite skilled, somebody who's creative, somebody who works really, really quite hard. So I'm going to say that they think that sometimes you keep some of your thoughts. You don't necessarily express everything that you would like to. And sometimes you're a little bit kind of slightly guarded. But overall, they definitely do respect you, sweetie pie. As for the boss, Al and, Al, let's call Al, and Jay. I feel as though Al actually sees you as somebody who is very reliable, somebody who is very stable, someone that they can actually count on. But sometimes I kind of feel like they wish that you'd share things a little bit more openly. And as for Jay, I feel like Jay sees potential into you, like your ideas, but sometimes kind of thinks that you're a little bit too modest about your talent. And what is coming on next for you in life? I'm basically going to say renewal. Renewal, sweetie. That's what you need. You need renewal. See? The death card. You need changes. You need modifications. See? Ten of Swords. You need to release what's no longer good for you. You need to start looking towards the future. So I'm actually going to say I feel like you can expect somewhat of a plot twist at some point in time. Don't ask me what it is. I don't know what it is at this moment. But there is somewhat of a plot twist that is coming towards you. I feel like this plot twist is actually going to bring somewhat of a new chance for you. You could, whatever this is happening in like August, September. There's something new that's kind of switching things up. Not with you and Mr. Harry, just in life generally speaking. I want you to be careful more into the bad. Watch out for like mood dips or small disappointments. Don't let them overshadow your bigger blessings into life. And I'm going to say towards you into a spirit message that even when you do feel like you're invisible, know that you are deeply watched over. Your work, your kindness, your patience, all of that is going to bring beautiful blessings to you. And nobody can ever, 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 ever replace you, my beautiful love. So always keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind, sweetie pie. Now, I know that you do want some love messages from Mr. Harry, so we will. And here we go. So up next is going to be Love Shine, and we're going to put a timestamp. All right. Every little thing reminds me of you. Your love feels like home to me. Even busy days can't stop my thoughts of you. Just knowing that you're there absolutely comforts me. Hi, Joy, sweetie pie. Joy, my love. Your reading, sweetie, is at 37 minutes, my love. 37 minutes, sweetie pie. It is nice to see you, sweetie. What is that? My photo on Facebook is cute and awesome. Thank you, my love. Thank you, sweetie. I don't know. It's just me. Alrighty. So, thank you for the compliment, Sean. You're a sweetie pie. Let's go see Love Shine. I don't know why I'm posting over here the timestamp. I don't need to. So Love Shine, you're going to be at let's say 1:11. I'll read your questions. Okay, so alrighty. Let's go see. Nope, just 1 second. And Julie is up next. I'm going to replace that one over there. Okay. And I'm going to go back up to your questions. Okay, so what do you need to know now? It's almost like you're a little bit awakening. What do you need to know? Yeah. Okay, you do need to save some money. I will say that. Other than saving, I feel like you need to start activating. All right? I feel like you're stepping into a chapter, but a chapter of quiet power, which is why I'm saying activation is good. I need you to trust your instincts even when things are feeling kind of slow, feeling uncertain. I feel like you're going to feel like things are a little bit uncertain, and this is why Spirit is saying to, kind of save some money over here. It's like if you feel like things are not necessarily going into the way that you want them to, but at the same time, I'm not seeing you necessarily 100% activated towards going to change and modify things. In love, things actually quite stagnant, nothing really changing. So love is fine, it's not moving. Money is not, actually nothing is really moving. Everything is a little bit stagnant. Love, you don't really want anything to change. Finances, you want changes, you want modifications. I feel like that's where we have to look at too, and your following question is that, so we're going to go and look at it. So what do you need to know at this moment? You need to know that you're switching up, you're changing, it's time for renewal. All right, you need to trust your instincts even when things are not really looking or feeling like they're going into the right way. Now, you're very kind and you are somewhat very creative also. I need you to use those two together, all right? Draw in the right people towards you, draw in the right opportunities towards you, and do not let any type of temporary doubts actually eclipse your long-term vision of, moving on forward and keep on going. And there's a focus. There's a very strong focus, a very strong need to focus on you. I know that you're focused on a lot of different things, but you need to focus onto you into the following, I'm going to say 3 to 4 weeks. Now, what do you need to know about growing your business? You need to blend, I'm going to say, authenticity with consistency. If you go out and you post, I don't know, different door hangers or things into the spring, or like, I need you to be consistent. I need it to be something that is a little bit repetitive, that keeps on coming back, because people will take it and they'll put it there and they'll be like, oh yeah, well that could be interesting. And they kind of put it away. I know, because I do the same thing, and I put them away with other things, and because I don't want them laying around, and I end up forgetting about them. But if you keep posting it at my door and I keep seeing it and I keep getting it, I'm like, oh my God, that's true. I had that paper. What did I do with it? I don't know. I should just call. You end up calling, you end up making action. So I need you to be consistent. I need you to share and show who you are, why you're doing this. Don't be afraid to niche down. So find yourself something within your business that is different than anybody else's. And that's going to be yours to look at, to figure out. Look at what the other people are offering. Look at the different type of services. Look at the different type of, I don't know, bundles or whatever. Look, there's something that you can do that is different, that is going to bring you a lot of people. So look for the fresh ideas. Look for the collaborations also. Why not? It could be with anything. It could be a collaboration of products where you're testing out new products that you're using into the different businesses that you're going into, but maybe those products you don't necessarily have to pay. That is something, it's a collaboration. It saves you more money. There's a lot of different things that you can do. So look at those fresh ideas. Look at those collaborations. Take little risks, not big risks, little risks, because I did say over here you do have to be careful. Take a little risk and bring something surprising, a new growth. All right. And get yourself some goals. Write them down. Don't just put yourself some goals. And if you're not reaching your goals every month, look at it. Figure it out again, look at it again, switch it on up, do what you can. It might take a couple months, but at some point within the following 3 to 4 months, you will reach your goals and you'll be super proud, and you're not going to have to continue with that anymore. So write them down, revisit them all the time, and realign with action with them every single time. Oh, you're very sweet, Sean. I appreciate it, my love. Thank you, sweetie. I do feel as though she is wanting some, Mimi. I feel like she is wanting some. Yes. Yeah. All right. Let me continue on with you, my sweetie pie, my beautiful love shine. Yes, you need to do that now. Yeah. Okay. Let's go see your life over the next 3 months. Your life over the next 3 months. Devil temptations with your man. But I feel like momentum is building. All right. Beautiful temptations with M, and that's just A-okay. You're not asking yourself too many questions. You're not reaching on out with friends and family all too much. It's like not too much happening with friends and family altogether. A little bit more isolated from that. Things seem to be more clear towards you. You're walking away from something, some type of an idea. I'm not saying someone, it has nothing to do with M. Your feelings, you're closing off your feelings towards something. What it is, you'll see at that point. You haven't done it yet. It's going to appear in approximately a month from now. And things seem to be more clear for you. You're not asking yourself a million questions. You pretty much know what it is that you've got to do. I feel like what is important for you is to release yourself from the shackles of whatever holds you back. And I know very well that sometimes what holds you back is actually meeting on up with M. because he's very, very impulsive, and sometimes it's kind of difficult to kind of organize things. And I know that he's probably, I know his business is number one, but he's probably number one pretty close to the business. So I'm just going to say be careful a little bit for that, because that could actually be hindering the business in itself or the movement into itself. So I know that I've said it before, but if you guys could have some a little bit more of a set schedule, it would allow you to work onto your business and onto your clients into a way that is more stable for everybody. And you would feel more comfortable with that too, because you won't always have to be wondering, when am I going to see him next? What are we? It would be known. It's always pretty much the same thing. So anyways, you can think about that. But your life over the next 3 months, momentum is building, new connections, I'm going to say, unexpected chances coming your way. There could be a little travel that is happening also. But I feel like you yourself are going to feel more confident stepping into your own power. There's something that you've been wanting that's going to start to unfold. And this is coming with this that you are actually releasing over here. So I'm going to say Spirit is saying, remember to balance giving to the others, but always caring for yourself. So always remember to put yourself number one, and that's going to help you in everything. So basically, your love with M continues. Hubby is hubby. Work with the effort and the stability is moving on forward into a more progressive kind of a way. So probably more income coming from that, or more stability coming from it. Yeah. Let me go and see messages from M, what he's got for you into the message. Yes, my love. But my beautiful love shine, you have to continue putting some even after this. So I need you to go out and put those door hangers, not just once or twice a year. I need you to do them at every season. So every season you go on out and you post them. Why? Because people move. There's new tenants. There's new owners. People move. We have different type of things that happen into our life, or maybe we can't necessarily take care of certain things. We need somebody else to do it for us. So you need to be consistent in going through with it. That's what I mean. So do it like at every season. There's 4 seasons. Do it 4 times a year. Yeah. And the probate is coming, right? I know he's always adding. I know. That is why, my beautiful love shine, that you guys have to figure out some type of a pattern where you no longer have that insecurity, where there's more stability. We're seeing each other, I don't know, 2 times a week or 3 times a week, but these are the dates. If anything changes, I'll let you know, let's say 24 hours in advance or something of the such. Just more security. Exactly. Not this coming week, but the following, love shine. Stress tablets, Sean. You're stressed, my love, because of D. Now, messages for you are going to be the following from your love. So messages from M. What he truly wants to say to you is that he thinks about you, but he's always thinking about you, even into the most quietest moments, even if his words are missing, because he doesn't always necessarily talk about them. So even if his words are missing, the feelings are still there. They are gentle, but they're always into his heart. I feel like part of him wonders, sometimes when you're not with him what you're doing or what you're up to. And I feel as though often he kind of brings himself back into a place of different type of moments where you guys are spending time together, and where he is simply well and he is simply smiling, and where you are smiling, and those are the most strongest and the most beautiful and the fondest type of memories that he does have, and they are the ones that he holds on to the most, and they are the ones that he tries to recreate as much as he possibly can. So I'm definitely going to have to say you definitely do own his heart in many different ways, and he does think about you pretty much constantly, pretty much like you're probably thinking of him. My beautiful, you've got this, love shine. You know you do. You know you're a queen. You know you've got this. Keep on doing it, sweetie. Let's go see our beautiful Julie. Julie's going to be at 124. And here we go. Have a lovely evening, my beautiful love shine, sweetie. I wish you good luck with the probate, sweetie pie. I'm just going to log myself back in. So, Juanson, I'm going to go and validate, but it should only be Julie and then you. So we're going to go and we're going to go and see that. Okay, hold on. All right. And Julie, here we go. I confirm to you that is the list that we have at this moment, sweetie. Okay. I'm just going to go and get all of the questions. I have 2 of them, but there is another one. And here we go. Okay. So I have all your questions. Let's move on forward with them. Oh yeah, I do like that. I do like it. Here you go. I'm going to put it. You know, they're my favorite ones. Yeah, that is sweet, love shine. That is sweet, my love. All right, so here we go. MZ. So, why is he feeling shy today? Honestly, I feel like he's showing a mix of a little bit of tenderness, but also self-consciousness. I feel like his feelings for you, they are deepening over and over, like more and more, and that actually makes him a little bit sometimes shy into a way. Almost like if he's silent, telling himself, I really do love her, but what if she notices too much, you know? So I feel like his silence is not rejection anyway. It's him softly holding those feelings and not quite knowing how to express them. So yes, that shyness is partially, I'm going to say, why he hasn't reached out yet. But I also feel like he's gathering that courage and replaying those moments into his head, kind of quietly hoping that he doesn't look too obvious, if you will, about how he actually does care. Now, is he going to start making more time for more frequent dates? I feel like that's going to start happening when you guys actually move on forward with the plan. I feel like we kind of need the plan. So I do see the energy that is slowly shifting. I feel like he wants to try to create more shared memories, and I feel like he knows deep down that it's time to step up. Now, it may not all be at once, but there's like a clear intention that is there that is forming into his heart to be more present and to see you more often. So I'm going to say his feelings, they're growing stronger. And with that actually comes the urge to nurture you more, to nurture the connection more with those real life moments that are going to become really, really important. Not just words or not just chats. So I will say yes, but all of this is going to start to happen normally after your meetup. Now, does he feel like your love is just into his imagination, or does he know that it is real? All right. He definitely does know that your love is real, and he does know that it's also solid, but sometimes he questions the why it feels so magical. Almost like, why is it so real? Because sometimes it seems rare for him. It's like if he tells himself this feels too good, but it's really happening, so it's ours, and we have to own it. So while it kind of feels sometimes like it's dreamlike and it's very, very precious to him, he's also deeply aware that it is real and that it is special. So even though he may daydream about it often, he does hold on to it as something that is true and something that is definitely alive into his heart. So overall, I'm going to say that his feelings, they are tender, they are growing, and they are 100% real. Even if his actions are taking a little bit longer to actually catch up with it, it's actually very sweet to see how shy and how careful his energy actually feels today. Like he doesn't necessarily want to break the spell. So I'm going to say towards you, he's going to be dreaming of you. And Watson. Let me do this, that, and here. All right. Yes, I did have a good day today. I did. Had a lovely day kayaking with Matthias. And you did wake up around 5, like 5 p.m. or 5 a.m.? Oh, okay. I'm guessing it's a.m. Because if you forgot to put your alarm and you woke up at 5 p.m., you were exhausted. Of course. Yes, of course. I know. For me, it's a different thing. I go around the schedule. When I'm ready to get up, that's when, the animals, eat. My mom's a little bit more like you. Her dogs wake up at 3 in the morning, so she wakes up at 3 in the morning. I'm more of the school of, if you wake up at 3 in the morning and I want to wake up at 8, you do what you do, I'll do me. I'm not waking up at 3 in the morning. That stuff is not happening. It is 5 a.m., right? Oh, la, la. Okay, hold on. Oh, 5 a.m. Sweet Lord. I went to bed at 3 a.m. You woke up as I went to bed almost. Okay, hold on. Oh, your dad's on his way to Mexico. Aw. Yeah, into an emotional way. It makes sense. You cannot change. No. And I would say don't change. Don't change. There's nothing that needs to be changed. When all is good, it is good. Don't change something that's already perfect. All right. All right, we do have our 8 of Wands. I do have our 3 of Pentacles, also our 2 of Swords. Followed by Temperance and also the Lovers. All right, well, here we go. Looking towards different type of collaborations. So singing wise, you could be definitely doing different type of collaborations with different people that could be, arriving for you shortly. different decisions that you are going to have to make, and there is a need to balance things out at this moment, because there is some things are a little bit out of stall, so we do need to balance some things out. But yeah, so I'm gonna say onto this lovely vacation of yours. I'll say nothing is happening within work. Hopefully they don't call you and ask you to go in. Could you imagine? Oh, sweet Lord. Yeah. So, love, it is what it is. A different type of collaboration that is coming on forward for you into the following, I'm going to say 2 to 3 weeks. Other than that, you seem to be you feel as though things are unfair, but you're okay with it, and you're finding your own happiness and your own growth into it. So good for you. You are going to be racking your brain about something, though. You're going to be wondering about something. I don't know what it is, but there's something that you're thinking about. It could be a new song. It could be a tarot card. There's something that you're kind of thinking about and wondering, but you need to figure something out with it. But it really has to do with something that you're passionate about. So let's go and see. How is Elizabeth doing? Elizabeth doing fine. She's doing okay, sweetie. I actually feel like she had a good day. I feel like she tried something that was new today. So I'm going to say it was nice. She tried some type of new activity with her friends. Yeah, so she's good. She is good. But she is thinking about you. She's actually wondering what it is that you're doing. So she is wondering a little bit what you are doing altogether, but other than that, I'm going to stay over here with our King of Pentacles. There's something that's a little bit kind of scaring you, that you're a little bit afraid of. Let me go over here. She wants you to know that even though it seems like there is somewhat of an ending, the ending is not quite there. That it does not mean that she stops caring or loving. It just means that there is somewhat of a pause at this moment. Let's go with an angel message. And then we're going to go with the oracle message. Angel message. Trust the unseen blessings that are following your way. Your heart's quiet strength is guiding you forward. And an oracle message for you, my love. Release what is no longer serving your spirit. And you pass away to when you let your true self shine. Trust that every ending gently guides you to a better beginning. And let's go with some loving messages. Your smile is my favorite sunrise. With you, even silence feels like poetry. You are my calm into the chaos, and no distance can dull what I feel for you. And you're already thinking about a song, right? You're going to be recording with Joy of Singing Company, and you're going to be playing with it. Well, there you go. Perfect. All right. Let me know when that is done and send that out to me. I am sending much love out to everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, my dear Juanson, sweetie pie. Good night to Sean. Good night to Diane. Good night to my dear Juanson. Anybody else that is here that I do not know about, thank you so very much. Thank you, dear Sean. And we shall see each other on Monday. So have a lovely night, everybody.